What's up, everybody? This is Scott, the TagMed EMT. Welcome to the channel. So today, this video is for my EMT students and my EMT school graduates who are preparing to take their National Registry EMT exam. So this exam is daunting and you need to take it seriously. So to assist you, I'm going to make a video today on how to study. I'm going to give you a few quick tips. I'm going to give you 10 total on how to make your study time more effective. All right, so here we go. Number one, schedule your study time. Set aside specific times and dedicate those blocks of times to nothing but focused studying. You might even have to schedule 2 different blocks of times because the first block you need to read the book and the second block of time you need to study the book, right? This pre-hospital care book is like, what, 1,300 pages or so? So you need to read it first, and I'm telling you, read this book. Do not skip anything, right? But reading is not necessarily the same thing as studying. You can read a concept in the book, but do you understand it? So study time comes when you answer the review sections at the end, the critical thinking sections at the end of every chapter. Again, the important thing is that you pick a specific time each day that you devote to nothing but study time. All right, when selecting your time, you need to do a little bit of self-analysis. Do you study better in the morning, or do you study better at night or in the afternoon? Right? I'm a morning person, so if there's an important task that requires me to pay focused attention to accomplish, it's best for me to prioritize that first thing in the morning. For example, my daughter, though she's a night owl, when we teach her or she has to focus on homework, it's best if we work with her after dinner. So find out, really, it's personal, when your best time of day is, when you have the sharpest focus, and when you're going to be able to retain that information. Study tip number 2, here we go. Location, 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 right? Find an area or set up an area that is free from distractions, that is well lit, and that's comfortable for you, and you have some workspace. Whether this is your kitchen table, you have a college study hall you can go to, or maybe your local coffee shop. Whatever location you choose, make sure that your distractions are minimal. When you start to study, I make sure that you turn off your phone. Don't even look at it, right? Avoid all social media before you start to study. I know there's lots of apps and there's some like FOMO that are going to delay or distract you, but honestly, turn it off, right? Leave your phone at home, lock it in your trunk, like just get rid of it. All right, tip number 3, here we go. Study buddy. Early on in EMT school, you're going to be able to tell who is serious about keeping up and who is struggling in your class. Reach out to those motivated students, schedule study time with them, and after you read, get together and study. There's a lot of students in your EMT course who want to be a study buddy, but they're what I call a sponge, right? They want the answers. They want to soak up the knowledge that you spent time and effort working hard to find. But they're not a productive member of your study group. So don't study with sponges. Find the people who are willing to put in the work and that you can hold them accountable, and they will hold you accountable too. All right, tip number 4, here we go. The pre-hospital care book is massive. Oh, this thing weighs a ton, right? But it's written to help you succeed. You'll find that inside the book, important terms are in bold letters. So it helps you understand the terminology of your new profession. When you get into medical terminology and pathophysiology, it's like learning a new language. So those bold terms will help you zero in on what's important. Okay? The book also has charts inside of it. So what I did in my book is I took little different tabs here, and I used these so I could have a quick reference so I could find them quickly. Listen, if the Pearson book manufacturer is going to devote time and space to put in charts, they're probably important. Right? So examples of these charts you're going to look are your blood pressures, your vitals, your Glasgow Coma scale, your GCS scale. Right? If they're going to devote book space to it, it's important for you to learn. If it's explained and there's a chart on it, you're probably going to see it on your NR-EMT. Right? At the end, go to your case study section, your in-review section, and the critical thinking sections of every chapter. Can you answer those questions? Do you understand why you got that answer? The why is the critical part to understanding to get you through NR-EMT exam and to get you through the EMT school. Know the why and how it applies, right? You have some resources to help you with this. You have your EMT instructor. They're there to help you. You may have proctors in your class. Get their email address. get their phone numbers, right? So you can email them, you can text them when you're stuck, you can reach out and get the answers that you need to help make sense. Number 5, this one's a negative one, right? Avoid your EMT friends who work in the field. Between what happens in the field and what you're studying, there is some disparity about how it goes down. You are being tested on this book, right? Not on what your friend did on that call last week. So you need to learn the book, right? The didactic information, and you'll apply it to the field later, right? What's important and how it applies comes from the book. So study it, know it. Even after you do get a job and you are working in a box, every so often you're still going to go back and you're going to look up information in this book and you're going to reread it because there's cases you're going to run across in the field that you need to refresh your memory on. All right, tip number 6. Here we go. Write your notes in a way that you can understand them. They have to make sense to you. If you can explain a concept, you can teach that concept to somebody or someone else, then you really know it. So examples, explain the sodium-potassium pump to your mom. Explain how glucose is delivered to your cells, what the role of insulin is, and how glucose is stored to your friend. If you can explain it in a way that makes sense to them, then that means you know it well enough and you are prepared for this test. All right? Number 7, here we go. Almost there. Some of these concepts might require some rote memorization. And what I would do is I would use a recording app on my cell phone. I would read the info into that, and then I would play it back while I was driving to EMT school. This is how I memorized my NR-EMT patient assessment. And we even did a video on that, so you can go through our education section and you can find that video on the NR-EMT patient assessment exam, right? Use your recording app, play it back, helps with memorization. All right, number 8, here we go. Small blocks versus cramming. When scheduling study time, try to do it in small blocks. 1-hour blocks with breaks or rest periods in between. Your retention will be better in smaller increments. The cramming method is a myth. It's not going to work for you. I would rather have 5 1-hour study sessions than 1 5-hour block. It's not going to help you. So study increments, take some breaks. Number 9, here we go. Proper nutrition. You need to eat right. You got to eat healthy. You have to avoid energy drinks, alcohol, sugary snacks. If your study group dissolves into a drinking group, you're not going to pass this test, right? You need balanced meals to keep your mind sharp. When you're having a snack, don't choose Mountain Dew and Doritos, right? Try something healthy, maybe a pack of almonds, some hummus, some carrots, trail mix, whatever, right? Pick something healthy. Number 10, here we go, rest. Adequate sleep will help you retain information. I know you want to get caught up on your show. I know you want to scroll through your Instagram. Hopefully you're scrolling through the TACMed EMT Instagram page, right? But just kidding, I want you to go to sleep. Let that information you learned in your short-term memory pass into your long-term memory during your rest time. The night before your National Registry exam, get a good night's sleep. Wake up that morning. Eat a healthy meal. I recommend that you just take the day off work and spend the whole day so you don't feel rushed, you don't have any anxiety, and you're ready to go. Don't bother looking at your book. You already know what you know. Be confident, you got this. The NR-EMT exam has like a 70% pass rate for those people who take it for the first time. So here's a bonus tip for you. After you finish your test, while your memory is still fresh, I want you to grab a notebook and go grab that pre-hospital care book and go chapter by chapter by chapter and write down every single question or concept that you can recall from your test. Look up those answers, and it's a quick, easy way for you to tell how well you did on that test, right? If you're one of those 30% that didn't pass, you have a great basis for a study guide to start from in the future. There's one caution on this, though. You signed a non-disclosure agreement. You cannot share and you cannot post anything from the NR-EMT exam. These are for your study notes only, right? So keep that in mind. These are my top 10 study school tips for EMT school. Thanks for watching the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I look forward to more videos coming soon. Thank you guys.